the life of me, can somebody please tell me how I can stop ending up on the side of TikTok with women who hate men? I just saw an entire video of a woman talking about women not wanting men anymore. And then the little search at the bottom was women not wanting families. Who? I'm gonna tell y'all why this world that we live in is evil. Not the person who made the video, but society, how it's overall under the manipulation of very strong demonic spirits. People are supposed to have families. We were not made to live alone. We were made as human beings for dependency. A woman should want to be with a man. And the proof that you want to be with a man is that you keep sleeping with him. There's an entire group of women who say, oh, we don't need men, we don't want men, I ain't my grandma, I ain't my great grandma, I don't need no man taking care of me, da 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 da. Okay, that's cool and all. I don't want to be a wife, I don't want to have kids. Okay, that's cool and all. If you don't want to be a wife and you don't want to have children, stop doing that one thing. And I'm telling you to stop doing that one thing because maybe you have a call of abstinence over your life. Maybe you thrive more in purpose if you are not married to another person. But if you have no intentions on being married, having a family, being with a man, you should not have any sexual relations with one either. And the majority of women who be on that side of the internet in the comments saying yada yada, yada, that's not your reality. This narrative of women no longer needing men is not okay. In the video, she was saying, because we no longer need men because now us as women, we're the head of household. That's not okay. Now, it's very sad that in the society that we live in modern day, a lot of women have been manipulated, taken advantage of, all of these other things, and put in position to where they had to raise families by themselves. But that should not be the normal. Too many of y'all parents then got left by y'all daddy that y'all think that it's normal. A woman is not supposed to be the head of a household. It's out of order. Now, as a woman, you can be single. You can live your life strictly dedicated to you and God. But if you have a household, meaning other people in it, should I even say more?
Modern women are cooked. Like, we are literally at the point in our world where we are praising the fact that women are not having babies. Women are not having families. And we're pretty much living our life exactly like the men that we claim to hate. It's like the more I read, the more I see online, the more I realize that a lot of women lack this gift that they claim that they have. And this gift is called discernment, which is the judgment. None whatsoever. I mean, completely out of the fucking window. We are now at the point in our life, ladies, where being a woman is no longer cool. According to modern feminism, being and living like a man is better than being a woman. I mean, being a woman is so lame. We're going to completely abandon the only gift that only we have, which is birth. We're going to completely abandon it. We're going to praise baby deletions and brag on our whoredom. Because guess what? We're not going to stop fucking. No. We're not going to stop fucking because we have to continue to have something to complain about. So we're going to continue to fuck ain't shit men, delete babies, get degrees that ain't worth the fuck. Being dead. I mean, hey, it's fun. Modern women are working overtime to be like men that they're even doing that wrong. Men can no longer control our bodies. Now I have control over my body, so I'm going to show it to men online for free. But that's not true. There's plenty of women with OFs. There's plenty of women making money showing their body to men. So let me ask you a question. When the men stop purchasing it, then what? Women for damn sure ain't gonna buy it. That's not our market. That's not our lane. I mean, we're not the number one buyers of porn. We're definitely not the number one buyers of 304s. So what the hell will happen when men just completely abandon the lifestyle? Even though we know it's not gonna happen.
If you see siblings that used to be close like this, but then they far apart now, like they don't really speak to each other, they ain't really got no relationship no more like that. Look at the mama. The mama, 9 times out of 10, that's the root cause right there. What a toxic, narcissistic mama does is they go to one of the siblings, talk about the other one, and then vice versa. She do the same thing with the sibling. And what that does is it starts to create that space. It starts to create that skepticism, that suspiciousness, like you start to look at them differently. They start to think about you differently. But a lot of times one of the siblings are still like, they getting out of the whole cycle breaking, the toxic mindset. They getting out of it, and they starting to see the mama for who she truly is. So now the one that's starting to see the mama true colors, that's the one the mama really finna start turning on, and she gonna start favoring the one that she can easily brainwash. See, the one that see the mama true colors, she can't get over on that. The mama can't get over on her no more, because she's starting to see straight through that toxicity. She can't brainwash her no more. And so she gonna go to the weak-minded one, the one who's not spiritually aware, the one that's still oblivious to the mama's tactics, to the mama being used by the enemy. Yeah, she still don't know. So that's the one the mama gonna go to smear the other one's name, tell lies on, make up stuff about. See, the toxic narcissistic mama need those enablers, those flying monkeys. She need that support system. Mind you, y'all know the enemy gotta team up. He gotta have his little spawns, his little imps, his little minions to team up against one child of God, one chosen one. That's that sibling that came to her senses, that's in her right mind, that she can't brainwash no more. That's the chosen one. That's the child that's always been treated differently. That's the black sheep of the family. That's the one that's choosing to break them generational curses. So now the mama got everybody around her, everybody in cahoots with her, to team up against that one child. Now everybody looking at that one sibling like she crazy, like he is crazy. Why? Because this sibling does not think like everybody else in the family. This sibling is different than everybody else in the family. That sibling can see things that other people can't see in the family. So they labeling you as crazy, as something wrong with you. You need help. All the stuff that you remember happening in the family, when you say something about it, they completely flip it on you like none of that ever happened. So since that one child is not under their mind control no more, can see clearly now, is actually thinking differently and moving differently from the rest of the bloodline, the rest of the family, now they all turn on that child. That's when that separation happens. That's when that separation occurred. That separation between them two siblings that used to be like this. That's why they ain't got no relationship now. It all started with the mama. And then it started with the mama getting in everybody's ear and brainwashing everybody else. Everybody else getting in cahoots with that mama. And so everybody is against that one sibling, because don't nobody else got no mind of their own. That sibling, that one child, that black sheep of the family, that's the only one that got a mind of their own. That's the one that they can't brainwash. That's the one that they can't control no more. So now, in order for that one sibling to be successful, to not be attacked all the time, that sibling, that child has to walk away from everybody. That child got to go pursue their own life, got to go do their own thing, something completely different. And if that child tries to go back around these people, that child is going to see more of those people's true color. So it all started with that toxic mama. So 9 times out of 10, it all started with that narcissistic mother. And another thing, she don't want those two siblings to ever be close now that they are adult. Why? Because they're gonna find out who she truly is. Or should I say, the sibling that's already seeing her for who she is gonna educate the other sibling on who she is. And now both of them siblings are close again, and they don't fool with a toxic mama. That is how the enemy works through the mother to separate the children. She'll turn the entire family against that one child, because ain't nobody got no mind of their own. Ain't nobody willing to sit down and get to know that black sheep. When they show you whose side they are on, move accordingly. Go no contact with your toxic family. I promise you, it's gonna be the best thing you ever did. The truth gonna come out eventually, though. You ain't gotta do nothing. Keep moving forward.
Fellas, if you dating a girl and you finally decide to go around her family and ain't nothing but women, that's your sign to run. Okay? Her mama don't got no man. Her grandma don't got no man. Her great grandma don't got no man. The aunties don't got no men. The friends don't got no men. Nobody, the guy's sister don't got no men. The best friends don't got no men. Ain't nothing but women. Run. Don't stick around and get her pregnant, because them women got mouths on them. Don't no men want to be bothered with them. Nobody got no.
Y'all bitches talk about women rights. We'll start treating you equal once we see you women right. And for me to say you did, I said y'all talk.
Testing, 1, 2. Hopefully you can hear me. How's everybody doing tonight? Blessed, highly favored, and loved, right? What's the goal for the day? What's the goal for the night? Man.
He's so rude.
Where y'all at? There it is. Thank y'all so much. Thank you.
All right.
Somebody to smile and make sure you smile, y'all. Big facts. Yeah, I'm walking. My car got to get worked on. So it was meant for me to take this walk. So I walked to the gym. And during my encounter, ooh-wee. It started off by me being at the house. And I was watching exorcism, little videos, little shorts. Because I was trying to get my next video ready, right? So then I start to walk to the gym. And as I was walking, I came across a good friend of mine. Now again, y'all, when you come across someone with bad spirits in them, or spirits that's in them, be aware and pay attention. This is why they came up with that movie Sinner, and they tell you about, welcoming that demon in. They cannot do anything unless you invite them. But as I'm talking to him, I'm realizing I'm talking to a demon. He's shaking, smoking. He know who I am, but he's talking to me, and he's talking about some shit that I didn't even know what the fuck he was talking about. Seriously. But he wasn't talking about himself. As if he would have different personalities in his head. Spiritual. Which is mental. And I'm looking him in his eyes. He's sitting down. He looked at me in my eyes. He's not moving or anything. I'm moving, I'm looking to make sure, I'm trying to look in his eyes to see who I'm really talking to. What demon is this? And as he's talking to me, he's getting aggressive. And as he's getting aggressive, he stands up. He's looking at me the whole fucking time. His energy, I felt it through my body. He stood straight up to me, right next to me. Probably like 2 inches away, with his hands across him. And he's just talking to me in my face. And I'm looking at him from the side, from my periphery. And he said, "So, do you mean it's like this?" Aggressively. I said, "No, sir." That is not my intentions, and that is not what I meant. I know what I'm dealing with. I had to find a way to get out of that. Because I needed an escape route. And that's it. I walked off, and we ended up talking about basketball, because we ended up talking about it before that got to that point. And I was like, so who am I talking to now? I did that to myself because I was watching that before that even came. I actually encountered some angel numbers on the license plate right before I encountered him. And I was like, oh, this is meant to be. Yeah, it was meant to be. It was meant for me to see a demon. A real one. Which, I mean, I've come across a lot of them, but seriously, the nigga was breathing on me. I felt that energy. It's not a game, y'all. You know, I'm coming across women that's still not at this understanding of a birth of a villain. Ladies, y'all cannot raise men. Do you hear me? As much as y'all might think y'all can, you can't, because you're gonna fail at the end of the day. You know why? Because you're still gonna teach them what you think they need to know. Because you're still gonna be in your emotions, you're not gonna tell them and teach them what's right. Because if you was to do that, that means you should know right.
This is why in our culture as black people, when the boys turn a certain age, the men come and get him and take him away from the mother because she can emotionally manipulate him. But since we don't live in our culture no more, we say what we want to say, do what we want to say. We tear our men down and then wonder why they don't make good husbands and fathers. Mothers destroy sons. His mother can speak to him in certain ways that destroy him in ways that can never be repaired.
The bar that he dropped on me, and it crushed me, but I needed that, because it put me back on the potter's wheel to be made over again. As a woman, it changed my entire approach to men holistically. And my son told me this when he was 17 years old. He said, if you really loved me the way that you said you loved me, you would have taught me how to survive in the situations that you were afraid of killing me, instead of protecting me and not teaching me how to protect myself. And that is what happens when mothers think that they can raise men. We don't teach them how to protect themselves the way that a man teaches a man how to protect himself. What we do is we coddle them, and we become this wall of security that come crashing down when they get to smelling themselves and they in their 18s and 19s, and now he can't live in your house no more, and you send him out into the world unprotected, and that's why he resents you.
Exactly. Because it indirectly disrupts their understanding.
Yes.
You love them so much.
The birth of a villain story. Like, that's the birth of a villain story. You know how a lot of villains have complex relationships with mommy?
Yes.
And it's like, because I love to hate her, I know that she only did it because she loved me.
Yes.
But if she really loved me, you would have taught me how to protect myself.
And the fact that you don't know right, how the can you teach him right? And this is where all of y'all fall short, because y'all want to put it in your own goddamn hands, and y'all think y'all know every fucking thing. And they clearly tell you this is why you're supposed to be behind a man, a logical man, not just any old man. Get that through your head. Learn how to listen. Someone that can actually guide you, that can see with their logical sense, and not emotional. Y'all all fall short. One way or another, I came across too many women yesterday, that's still falling short. They're supposed to be at some understanding. They got logic. They have a purpose, but they're still falling short because somehow, some way, they're still going to fall into their damn emotions. Because they don't want to let something go because it makes them feel good. That's emotions. You can't let go of your son because you're scared or you're in fear something might happen. That's emotions. You still living in fear, and you're gonna spread that to them, and that's the generational curse. They're still not gonna know self. This is what I'm saying. They're still not at this understanding. They don't realize how the demon work and how they can play their part into their life. That's the devil in the red dress. So many boys that's men fall short of this because they already get possessed, because she already has a hold of him, because mommy didn't teach him nothing. She taught him how to follow his emotions, follow his heart. That's a curse. No logic at all. Again, if you had that knowledge, that understanding, why are you single?
Would you learn how to play basketball from a football coach?
I guess not.
Would you learn how to play basketball from a football coach?
No.
If you want to learn how to cook, who would you want to
chef.
teach you?
A chef.
If you want to learn how to drive a car, who you want to teach you?
A driver?
If you want to learn how to fly a plane, who gonna teach you?
A pilot?
How are y'all learning how to be wives and your mother wasn't a wife? You just said if you want to learn to fly a plane, you're going to go to a pilot. You want to learn how to cook, you're going to go to a chef. Women don't know what's intrinsically important to a man. They don't know how to be a wife because their mothers wasn't wise. In general, women are raising their daughters to be single mothers because they are single. They're single mother, and they like, I'm gonna teach you how to be strong. And my mama told me I don't need no man. And this is, they have raised you to be a single woman.
That's terrible.
And go be educated, so you don't need to depend on no man. Get you an education and go to college. They have groomed you to be a single mother. But if you want to be a wife, you have to learn how to be a wife from a wife, the same way you will learn how to cook from a chef. Then once you surround yourself with other wives, then you will know what's intrinsically important to a man. A lot of y'all women ain't even wives.
Crazy. This is gonna sound crazy. They're gonna say I've lost my mind because we're gonna get into it right now. A lot of people, a lot of y'all are not single. You're emotionally in witness protection. Love can't reach you, not because it's not trying, but because you built a system to block it and called it self-worth. We're gonna dig into this. Don't call me crazy yet. Don't call me crazy yet. The illusion of singleness. You say you're single, but emotionally you're still defending territory that no one is attacking anymore. You're dating from a trauma perimeter, not an open heart. You're not single. You're guarded. You're not, you mistaken solitude for strategy. You believe you're waiting for the right one, but really you're filtering every potential partner through an algorithm built by betrayal. You built walls so high, even good love can't climb in. And here's the thing. This ain't even just directed at women. Brothers ain't been I ain't seen brothers in long-term relationships recently. We included everybody. It's a self-protection as policy. At some point, protection became policy. It's policy. You just gotta understand. Not a boundary you set, but a law you pass. Every conversation is evaluated for its exit strategy. Every compliment is met with suspicion. Every safe person is treated like a future threat. And you memorize red flags, which is good. It's good. Right? It's good. But you never studied the green ones. So you don't date people. You end up dating ghosts wearing faces of your own past. And then the thing is, this is how you cause that season where love can't reach you. Because sometimes it's not that love won't come, it's that your body don't believe in it no more. You flinch at kindness. You disassociate when someone stays. You distrust softness. When love gets close, you shrink to a version of yourself that's easier to manage, but sure it was, not gender assigned. Because healing is not about letting go of the person who hurt you. It's not. That's hard to hear. But it's about releasing the version of yourself that never got to feel safe in the first place. You don't need to become more lovable. You need to become more reachable. This means letting go. This means letting your policies expire. This means accepting that your safety plan was brilliant, but now it's outdated. Your healing got you here, but your softness will get you home. It's going to get you back. Right? And here's the thing. That's why I'm saying there's a difference between being single and being in a season where love can't reach you. And if that season's ending, good. You don't need to date, though. You don't. In my opinion, you don't need to date. You just need to unlock your door and then sit still long enough to hear someone knock.
And this is what I'm saying. But if you say something like that, they're already in their emotions. They don't want to hear it. They're going to start calling you names and saying, why you hurt? Why you this and that? Ain't nobody hurt. I'm more hurt that y'all not at this understanding of life. And y'all still falling short, thinking that you're making it somewhere just because you can afford a car or an apartment. That's crazy. And again, you're supposed to be at this understanding so you can teach your kids this, so that they don't fall short, because they're going to fall the same fucking way you did. And it's from their emotions. Because you was never taught through your emotions, you failed. Take accountability. We all have to, because we all fucking failed. That's the whole point. You got to learn from your mistakes. Learn and be a better you. Make changes. So many of y'all can't make changes, and y'all wonder why shit's still happening in your life. Because y'all still holding on to things through your emotions. Not knowing how to let go of things. Having faith and letting things just be because it's not on your time. Think about that. You don't have control. And you damn sure ain't got no control over no man, but guess what? You ain't with him because you thought you had control. Y'all don't want to hear that though. It's crazy. It's just something to think about. Because again, so many of y'all women, y'all failing men. And then y'all complain about these men. I wonder why. They have nothing but to fall into their feminine energy. That's what mommy taught them. Come on, y'all. Gotta wake up.
Wake up.
Wake up.
Wake up, girls. Listen for one time.
That's all it takes. Get to this understanding of life. You are failing your kids. If you got daughters like I do, you failing them too. Thinking that they come first, that's the wrong mentality. That's a spoiled ass kid mentality. Really think about that. If I got a little kid and I'm having him thinking he comes first in everything, you don't think he's gonna grow up spoiled? Make it make sense, y'all. That's what I'm saying. You got to use your logical sense and not your emotional to make your decisions. A lot of y'all do that because I didn't have this. I want this for my children. I want them to have everything because I didn't have. That's emotions. That's not logic. That's fucking stupid. They're never going to learn nothing. You handed everything to them. So how can they even be with a man or a woman if they got every fucking thing? That's what I'm saying. It's a domino effect of the things that we do. That's why you got to be at this understanding before you make choices, before you think, before you speak, I mean. A lot of y'all just speak because y'all just at an understanding. Y'all not at an understanding to overstand things. Y'all don't have patience. Think about that. With that being said, y'all have a blessed, highly favored, and love night. We love y'all.
Have a blessed night.
You letting city girl culture and your girlfriends trick you out your spot. Be mindful of the things that you're allowing to influence you. Why? Because that will dictate how you raise his children. That'll dictate how you see and understand politics. That'll impact how you see your man and your relationship and whether or not you can be satisfied. Don't let social media and Instagram, your girlfriends, and what some politician tell you trick you out of your spot that many, many other women may indeed want. Because the more that you're influenced by these external factors and not your faith and not the man that you want, say and claim you want to lead you, the less likely that your core values will be aligned. And many of you won't realize it until it's too late. That a lot of the reasons for why you're arguing, going back and forth with this man who's trying to do things and keep things in a certain way is because he knows that if our values get too out of whack, you're going to leave. You're going to be dissatisfied. We're going to have constant arguments and fights. And now you're with a man that's trying to tell you that he doesn't want you to display yourself a certain way. And you've been told when a man is trying to make sure that you're protected, that you see yourself as a wife, that you don't allow everybody in the world to see you as less than. They convince you that when he has a standard, when he has boundaries, and when he has lofty expectations for a woman that he's willing to give his last name to and be the mother of his children and carry his legacy and be a representation of him, they told you he's being controlling.
A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit.
They told you he's insecure. You didn't come up with that on your own. You've been hearing that for the last 10 years. Influence. Who convinced you that a man has to spend a certain amount to go out with you for the first time? You just decided that, or were you hearing that on social media nonstop? So Cheesecake Factory apparently ain't good enough, huh? You just decided that in 2020, 2021? Or you heard that from somewhere? So because he can't take you on 2 trips a year, he's now broke? Because he can't buy luxury bags, now he's not a good man? He's not a provider? So the cost of living's exploded if he can't afford the lifestyle that you accumulated prior to him knowing you, including your student loan debt and your car and the home. Now he's not what? Y'all better wake up. You better wake up. Because I would argue that the more you reflect and wonder in this area, how much you're influenced, you may start to realize that many of the things in terms of your own beauty standards, who convinced you that you got to have all that hair, extra hair that's not yours? Who convinced you got to have those extra long nails? Who told you in order to be a wife, you got to get a BBL versus work out and maintain your body and physique? Was it your husband or was it your unmarried homegirls?
Yeah, I believe I know what you are saying.
Was it the man that wants you and the man you want, or was it the influencers and celebrities that told you these lists of standards? Really? Birthday makeup is for him or for you? Or for them? Last one. And this will be a little touchy, but just hear me out with it. The past. Your past. We obviously know, I think Myron has alluded to it, and he's probably been the most consistent with it. You judge us as men off of our potential and our future, or where we are currently, and where did you think we're going to go? You don't even know what our future is, but you're going to judge us based off of the potential you see or don't see. It is what it is. If you think I'm going to be broke in a year, are you going to date me? If you think he's going to be homeless in 2 years from now, you think you're going to marry him? Probably not. You're judging me off of something I haven't even done yet. Men tend to, especially men who have standards and can choose, we're factoring in that you're going to be potentially the mother of our children, carry our last name, have a significant impact on our finances and wealth. It might not be a bad idea to look at your past actions and behaviors, huh? We judge you off of your past. Now, twofold with that, because I know already, don't judge off the past. The past is the past. That was before you. Well, hear me out. Number one, when you say that we can't judge you off of your past, but you are okay with judging us off of our potential future, we are basing it off of something you've done. You're basing it off of something we haven't even accomplished yet. That's just part of the game. Sorry. They know that they'll be judged for the past and what they did and how they conducted themselves with those previous men. Why is it that they always have to treat those situations as if there's a justification for why they did what they did, to make it seem like they weren't the evil person and the villain in that story? Because the past matters. It's why many of them oftentimes will frame, and many of you will frame every person from the past as evil, narcissistic, and trash. Because you know that if they're not those things, then you have to explain why you left. You have to explain why you cheated. You have to explain why you were dissatisfied, why you sought something better. Because you know if people really knew who you were and how you moved, you'd be judged for what? Your past actions and your past choices.